The quote by Nicole Reed, sometimes the bad things that happen in our lives put us directly on the path to the best things that will ever happen to us. So thank you, 2020. As awful as you were, I kind of like the path that I've started so far. Hey y'all, hey! Welcome back, and more importantly, Happy New Year. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about my New Year's resolution, as well as saying thank you to 2020. Crazy, I know. But anyway, sit back and let's get started. So I'm pretty sure you're wondering, like, why would we be thinking 2020? Well, aside from it being over, maybe we should really think it for that all by itself. 2020 was a pretty shitty year. We lost so many people, just a lot of, 2020 was just a lot. So for me, what kind of helped me get through it is I was just trying to focus on any kind of positives that came my way. So that's what I want to sit down and think 2020 for. To start, quarantine. Quarantine was hard on everyone. Some worse than others, especially you moms out there with kids. Feel for you. So quarantine, even though it was difficult, there was a lot of positives in it for me. For one, more time. I have way more free time now, and it gave me the chance to reset my brain and really focus on myself, which is something I have been not doing for years. Put myself on the back burner and put everyone else that I care about in front of me, and quarantine made me have to really focus on myself. And as hard as it was, I'm glad, because obviously that needed to happen. Also, with more time means I could finally start to organize all my stuff. I have so much stuff. So being able to actually take time and start to organize stuff that I know will take forever to do really got me, just really gave me a really good mindset going with the whole focusing on myself, because obviously these are my stuff, so that's part of me. I think the most important thing to think 2024, which also goes with quarantine and goes with having more time, is I finally started exercising. Some of you might not know, but I've been on a weight loss journey since August, so almost 6 months. And this time around, with the exercise I'm doing, it's mainly YouTube videos, which is free. That's better than the gym. And you could take it with you. So there's no excuse for you not to be exercising while you're traveling. So I love that. A few years ago, I lost about 30 pounds from riding a stationary bike for like 50 plus minutes. Didn't change anything eating wise, just every single day, 50 minutes on the stationary bike. And I think it was within 6 months, I think I lost 30 pounds. And then that just all came to an end as soon as I went on like my first vacation or something. And for my situation, like, you know, hotels have fitness centers, but not all of them have stationary bikes. So if I don't have a stationary bike and I'm traveling, how do I continue my exercising? And that's pretty much how that ended. So with 2020 and this quarantine, it finally put to rest my biggest, stupidest excuse on why I wasn't exercising. And it's, I don't have any time. Well, quarantine, if you guys remember, for most of us, gave us a lot of free time. And I really don't think if I was still working a typical full-time job, I still probably wouldn't make time for exercising. So that pretty much made me realize that my I don't have any time excuse was really me saying I don't want to make time. So it was like as soon as I realized that, I was able to change my mindset and just jump off the deep end. So it's just, you gotta make exercising a priority. That's all it really was. Thank you, 2020. The other thing I would like to take a moment and thank 2024 is bringing me back to you guys here on YouTube. For the past 2 or 4 years, 2 to 4 years, I've been really itching to want to come back to YouTube, but I was dragging my feet because I was just waiting for my friends to jump in and help me come back, because that's what my channel was, pretty much what it was back in the day. It was me and my friends' adventures, trying to share everything we were doing, because we did a lot of traveling back in the day. And we would start something and then it wouldn't follow through and it would just lose its momentum and nothing ever happened. Funny enough, I started watching YouTube again because up until about 2000, 2017. I thought YouTube was really just a website where you could just, you know, upload videos to host on a website. I never really actually saw it as kind of a network, and that every single user on YouTube is pretty much their own like television host or actor in a sitcom. So once I realized that, I'm like, oh, that's fun. Granted, I don't know what my television show would be about, but I want to do that. So the next year or so, I was like watching a bunch of YouTube videos and really just trying to get myself going, especially being scared that my channel would be my channel. So it's strictly me and any of my family or friends that want to come on, but it's just me and you guys. And that terrified me. So I was really dragging my feet with that because I'm like, I don't know what my niche is. I don't know what kind of videos. People are not gonna watch me, blah, 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 blah. Right before the quarantine, I don't know what it was, but I was finally like, you know what? I should just go for it. And I was about to start recording videos because I didn't know what kind of videos to make. And we got put into quarantine and all this crazy stuff started happening with 2020. So best believe I was really like, I don't think I want to do it now. Continue to just kind of like, oh, I'll do it later, I'll do it later, I'll do it later. I don't have time. There's that excuse again. And finally, I think it was after the 3rd or 4th month in quarantine, I was just like, I want to do it, but I'm scared. And I was driving and that's when I saw that big billboard where it's like, begin anywhere. I looked at it, I was like, true? Which you saw in the trailer. True? I just filmed a video of when we went to Universal Studios for the first time of it reopening, and just thought, hey, I'll just post stuff up and I'll figure out what it is I want to share and go from there. So that's pretty much what I've been doing, and that's all thanks to the trash fire of 2020. So thank you, 2020. With all that said, was there anything positive or anything that you were able to work on or change? Well, the whole world was morphed into a trash fire. If so, comment down below, I want to hear it. All right, now, that crazy crap behind. Let's talk about my New Year's resolutions. I think the first thing I should say is I don't normally give myself that many resolutions because they're overwhelming. This is probably the first year for New Year's resolutions where I don't feel anxious, and I was trying to figure out why that was, and then I realized last month when I was trying to think of some resolutions that the word continue kept popping up in my head and I couldn't understand why. And then I realized, I'm like, duh, the main resolutions I've already started like months back. So it's like I was self-consciously telling myself, continue what you're doing. So that made me like feel really like proud of myself because, you know, I don't know for how many years, one of my resolutions is like lose weight. Like all of us. And I know for the past 2 years, it's been like, start your YouTube. With that said, I've never been someone to have like a theme for their New Year's. So I thought since continue kept popping in my head that that's gonna be my theme for this year. Just continue what you're doing, because I think I'm doing a good job so far. But just to go over what those continued resolutions are, for one, continue exercising. I've actually been on a weight loss journey for almost 6 months, since August of last year. I should be having a 6-month update video sometime in February, so you can finally see that since I've been so behind in actually editing all my exercise videos. Sorry. I also want to, like, with continuing exercising, I want to do more challenges. I think at this point I've done 3 Chloe Tings. I've done 2 80s workouts that my mom used to do, and I did the jump rope challenge to start off my weight loss journey. So definitely want to try more challenges to target different problem areas so I could work on those better. Also, I want to like start doing weights, so I need to get some of those. One thing to kind of subpar to that resolution, but is also its own resolution, is having patience with progress. We as people really get frustrated when we work really hard at something and then there's like little to no evidence of that progress and we just kind of give up. That's kind of how this weight loss journey has been. Most of the YouTube weight loss journeys I see on here, people are losing like 50+ pounds every 6 months. So you have to have patience with the progress because not everyone's the same. And keep reminding myself that, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm not doing the same thing as everyone else on their weight loss journey. It's all a mindset. So continue to have patience with progress, because there's a lot of me. It's not supposed to come off like that. It's gonna take years, and you just have to really really make yourself realize that. And the sooner you do, the easier it is to do your journey with this weight loss. Another resolution is better food options, like eating healthier. I'm not about diets anymore. Like, I'm at the age where I would like to figure out like healthier alternatives or options for a lot of my favorite foods. Like, I still don't know how to substitute French fries. They're like my favorite. So maybe like different ways, healthier ways to cook or eat healthier way to eat French fries. Don't stuff them all in your mouth. I ain't mad at it. I guess the last main one is YouTube. As stressful as it has been for almost 6 months of content, I have had so much fun doing it, as well as learning so much, especially with Vlogmas. Oh my goodness. I'm learning so much that it makes me excited to do more, even though I still don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just sharing, and I like sharing. Yes. So do more of that, just keep going, continue. I would like, of the YouTube resolution, is I would like to get close to 1,000 subscribers. That would be awesome by the end of the year. I mean, if it doesn't happen, that's cool, but that's kind of a goal. Those are probably the main resolutions for me. But you know, there's also the smaller ones, like art more, learn more, so make more art and learn more stuff. Read 21 books. I have a Goodreads account. I don't know if a lot of you use Goodreads, but ever since I've had one, every year it asks you for your reading challenge, and last year it was 33 books, I think. So I didn't get anywhere near that goal. So this year, since it's 2021, I thought about how about 21 books. Also, just continue organizing my stuff and going through my stuff and just sparking joy with like donating and getting rid of stuff I don't need anymore, stuff like that. And I think the last thing is just kind of like continue to work on getting my debt down. Credit cards are the devil, but I understand why they exist. So that's pretty much what my tiny group of resolutions are. Like I said, I don't usually give myself too many because I just don't want to overwhelm myself with failure. With like improving yourself, I think that's one of the things you don't need to do, is put too much on your plate. And I'm notorious for doing way too much all the time, which is why I don't get anything done and I procrastinate everything. So that's my little list of stuff. With this year especially, I know a lot of rebuilding is going to be done in the world, especially in this country. And you don't want to have too much on your plate when that rebuilding is happening, so you can continue to adjust to our new normal. With that said, that's it for me. What New Year's resolutions do you guys have for 2021? Comment down below so we could talk about it. I'm interested to see what you guys are going to try to work on this year. Thanks for watching again this week. If you liked the video, enjoyed the video, just want to support the shenanigans, like the video. If you want to make sure you don't miss any of the weekly shenanigans, make sure you subscribe and turn on the bell. Other than that, guys, I wish you nothing but good luck and happiness this year, and see you in the next one. Oh yeah, also, you already know what it is. Tell your mom I said hi because I miss her, and I hope she had a new year. I hope she had a new year. I hope she had a happy new year. Bye guys.